Have a good show.
Amen to that, man.
Hey,
What's
man.
good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store. And you do see two other faces on here with me, man. So when you see West Coast Cowboy, you see Landlord from Alabama, you see Henny the Moore, you know that it's Cowboys UnCut, the most unfiltered, unadulterated, unsaturated, real deal, uncut Cowboy show in the nation, Craig. So, hey, and we're going to bring it to you like nobody else brings it to you, man. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. Folks back in the lab in the off season. Folks up here talking
Yo,
about
mama, if you get out of line, let's just be real. Yo,
oh,
mama, if you get out of line,
granted too.
because I ain't your granny with a bow leg. She cooked like a mother, but you know she bow leg.
That, and we're going to talk about, just everything going on, man.
Yo,
There's a bunch
scamming
of
ass uncle.
noise. Hey, but for real, there's a bunch of shit going on in Cowboys Nation, and we're going to cover a little bit of everything. Y'all know we don't usually stay on topic worth a damn, but it always be entertaining. So bear with us. We're going to bring y'all some premium, uncut Cowboys content. But real quick, before we do this, I ain't going to give a long introduction because I ain't did a show in a couple of days. I've been away on a business trip. But shout out to everybody in the chat box. Elijah Robinson, D.A. Lee, Desmond Ironman, a.k.a. Tony Stark. My boy Danny Savage, the draft guru in the building. What's up with you, my guy? Let's see who else in the building, man. Hey, that fit. Hey, Regina Green with the green and tapped in. Hey, that's Mr. Cowboys Nation, Imp Sports, my boy Kevin Boo, Justin Kitchen, helping us practice manifestation. And hey, y'all know to hit the like button on everybody page. Y'all know to hit the share button on everybody page. Y'all know to hit the cash app or the super chat on everybody page. Everybody out here pushing content. Everybody has memberships. Everybody has raffles. So if you want to support and help keep the lights on, everybody cash app is at the bottom. Everybody on here is monetized and can receive super chats. And listen, y'all asked. I went and added a Venmo. I went and added a PayPal. If you want to donate to the show, you can do whatever way floats your boat.
I might have to follow suit on that. He ain't
For
got
real. I got
man.
those. I ain't gonna lie, I got those.
Man, cause listen, they were like, hey, you got Venmo, you got PayPal. Hey,
I ain't got no excuse now.
Hey, I'm just saying, man, like if you ask, you shall receive in the liquor store, man. So hey, salute to everybody. Make sure that y'all like, share,
Bet you ain't got EBT.
Yeah.
Do you take EBT?
Let's
get that out the way right now. Let's get that out the way.
Hey, I can't legally say that on the show, but if you want to meet me at the store, and some exchanges of something happen, like we can talk about it.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. I know a liquor store right now where you can buy cigarettes with EBT. We'll figure it out. That's all I'm gonna say. I didn't know I bought $11 worth of chicken. You didn't.
Very nefarious activity.
Yeah. They be scared in that same bag of chicken.
Exactly.
Yeah, hey, and we'll take some Easter baskets today, man. It's the day before Good Friday, the day before, So we'll take Easter baskets.
I'm talking nefariously. Does that mean eggs, sir? Are you saying the eggs?
Hey, he's a culinary. He's a master of the spoon, the fork, and the knife. You know that, right?
The culinary arts. I did not know.
Yeah, he's a master of the spoon, fork, and knife. So
he's talking eggs on the low. Okay.
Yeah, he might be talking about some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So hey, I'm gonna tell you, when I was in Dallas, and I still have not. This might be something simple to y'all, but they don't do this. I saw somebody cook barbecue wings on an open grill, and they did not stick. I was pretty impressed. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Buttered the grill or something. I don't know.
On the open grill.
They might have used that onion.
See, man, why you always gotta mess stuff up, man? See, that's what they use. They use an onion. That's what they do.
They might have used the onion, man.
Okay.
If you hit it with the onion, I ain't gonna give y'all everything.
See, that's something. See how he gonna give it, but he ain't gonna really give it though. Yeah, you know what I mean? He like, I'm gonna give it, but I'm gonna take it back. Yeah, Indian giving ass. You know what I'm saying? You just like Jerry Jones. You give it and you take it back. You know what I'm saying? You remind me of Jerry Jones.
See, my boy Marvin that came through with everything, man.
My boy F said everybody don't know about that.
I'm sorry, man. See, he been in California too damn long, man.
He ain't country enough.
I'm just saying I was impressed.
He didn't evolve from an Arkansas nigga.
Listen to me. I'm gonna just say this: when he went to flip the chicken and the chicken didn't stay, I was impressed because I was like, "Oh yeah, that." I'm like, "There go the skin." Oh damn! Oh damn! Whoa! What did I just see?
That's different.
with.
That's different right now.
That's
Yo,
different. You know what I'm saying? That's different.
he said, "Hey, shout out to Numbhead Neil. My boy said, "What's up, gent?" Slapped up Stephen Jones 94 times before checking in, man.
Is he still? Did he have any signs of life after that?
That's what I want to know.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Stephen Jones, you put your hands on Stephen Jones, you're gonna wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning with I ain't even gonna say no homo, but you're gonna have a burl in your mouth, and it might be two of them, and it might have a dude with the end and got a click on it. Because I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Stephen Jones gonna get his get back. I just feel like Jerry Jones, he may hit you with the "oh, you're my grandson, I love you so much," but I feel like you put your hands on Stephen Jones. I feel like Stephen Jones gonna get with you, bro. I feel like an older black man with very small facial impressions, with small hair, with a big old double barrel gonna come see you in the middle of the night. That's just what I'm saying. Because Stephen Jones, he get his get back. He did his get back. No did.
Very nefarious.
Very nefarious, man. But man, where do y'all want to start, man? Where do y'all want to start today? Y'all want to start with
I got a good one.
What's that?
Shadur Sanders and Dak Prescott. Hell, you mean? Let's talk about that. You got my boy Law Nation made a 9-minute and 43-minute video on it. I watched all 9 minutes of it too. Shout out to my boy Law Nation.
Salute the law, man.
I didn't agree with all of it. I ain't agree with all of it, but I like the effort. A couple of things he did say that I agree with was I do believe that what Law said in his video is this is true. When you draft Shadur Sanders, you are drafting everybody that has Sanders on the back of their jersey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I did agree with, because Deion Sanders he has been very instrumental in his son's life, right? Where, that, and I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm curious to know how far that, because in the NFL, you always need your daddy. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna say you don't need your daddy. But your agent is going to play a large portion in your life too. You know what I'm saying? Your agent is a huge person in your life when you become professional. So I'm curious if teams are willing to deal with Shadur and Deion. Because remember, teams didn't want to deal with LaMelo and his daddy. You know what I'm saying? And, we are only, and I'm going to tell y'all, I can say this because I am one. Only black daddies who overprotect their sons get looked at as that being something wrong. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just saying that because I'm a black daddy. If I wasn't black daddy, if I was a Hispanic daddy, I might be able to say it differently. But I'm just saying that tends to get viewed as something not right. You know what I'm saying? So even if we were able to get him, who cares if we're not able to? If we were physically able to acquire him on that aspect alone, man, I don't know if Stephen Jones will want to deal. I don't think Jerry Jones may deal with him, but I feel like Stephen Jones is not dealing with Deion Sanders. He didn't even want Deion Sanders on this team when we won a championship. Yep. So it's like, that's my thoughts on it, opening thoughts on it.
I mean, you pretty much said everything that needed to be said on the topic, because Deion Sanders, what people don't really understand, Deion Sanders spent just as much time in Dallas as he did in Atlanta, and this man is not in the Ring of Honor. He won a Super Bowl, helped Dallas win their last Super Bowl, did a bunch of great things while he was in Dallas, multi-time All-Pro, multi-time Pro Bowler, one of the best players the Dallas Cowboys have ever had, played half a decade here. He's not in the Ring of Honor.
Played DB and wide receiver.
DB, wide receiver, and kick returner. So, no, the Dallas Cowboys only showed Deion Sanders love like that for me to believe that it's just going to be hunky-dory if they were to get his son. And like you also mentioned, Shadur is probably looked at as quarterback 1 or quarterback 2 coming out of this upcoming draft class. And Dak Prescott's on the team this year, meaning you're going to at least be 9-8. Dak Prescott doesn't have a losing season. So the fact that they probably ain't going to gravitate toward Deion, and the fact he probably won't be available for the Dallas Cowboys both play a part in that.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell y'all something that you guys don't understand too. When you're in the NFL, there is no recruiting. There's paying people. Like, listen to me. You can get online and beg someone to come to your team all day. If that team that you're on is not going to pay me, all you are is a friend that's asking me to come play with you. But this ain't college, bruh. There is an advantage. Like, people always want to say that, like, they always bring up, I think every time there's a free agent, I'm pretty sure all their homies are asking them, hey, come play with us, come play with us. But if you know that team's not going to pay you, why would you want to exist? And I'm going to be honest with you, if Dion is as smart as I know he is, like, think about this. Dion opened up a high school for his kids. Then when they left high school, guess what Dion did? He left and went to college, right? Dion is always looking toward the future. Deion Sanders, I'm going to ask you this right now. Do you want your sons doing business with Jerry Jones?
Probably not. Landlord, what's your thoughts on it, man?
I really don't view it like it's something that's really gonna happen, so it's hard for me to even take it really serious.
Facts.
So, like,
Facts.
I ain't gonna lie, like, y'all can talk about it, but I'm over here like,
It's hard for you to get up for it. It's hard for you to get up for it.
It's not real. It's not a real thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a talking point. I mean, it's a discussion maybe, but I just don't see it being something that we'll do. And then one for one, okay, let's say Shadur do come to the Cowboys. Like, you think the Joneses want to deal with all that stuff that come with Deion Sanders and his stuff? Like, no. Deion and them gonna want to dictate. Jerry and them don't play that. They're not gonna play that. So
Deion's gonna want to be sitting by the owner every game.
He wanna dictate. Like, we love Deion. Like, what y'all think Deion consider himself as? Do he consider himself as a Cowboy or a Niner? I think
he only played a year with the 49ers.
I think Deion kind of he's pretty much to the point where he's just like neutral. He's football. Everybody wants Deion. Yeah, you're like, Pops. But everybody in football, like in a football sense, they want a part of Deion Sanders. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think he actually belongs to no team. He's just Deion. You know what I'm saying? He's almost like LeBron. So the Joneses probably feel the same way as well. They like, we love you, but you ain't really no Cowboy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to that degree. That's why they probably disrespected him in that manner. Because look, one thing that'll never ever happen, and it'll never be possible, ever. Nobody will ever be able to walk through the Dallas Cowboys door and challenge that brand. Because Shadur and them, they a brand. They up there saying all kind of stuff like,
and they
I ain't gonna lie. It was church when them boys came in there. When I first heard them in the interview, I was like, man, they talking like this. I couldn't believe.
They are well coached, bro. They are well coached.
I couldn't believe they was talking like that. Them boys was like, yeah, they hate to see a young black man doing this and that. I'm like, hold on now. Wait a minute. I don't know if y'all can do that. y'all need to simmer down. So,
Dallas,
when I look at them doing that, it's like I just don't see that brand being able to merge with the brand. Like, no, they want their brand to be prioritized. Why you think Deion go somewhere like Colorado? Like, he is Colorado now. Colorado was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to the school, but you know what I mean? Like, they was not on the radar of nobody.
Same with Jackson State.
Of course. So he is the brand. When you think about Colorado, what do you think about?
Deion Sanders and them.
Deion. You don't even think about the team. You thinking about him.
You don't even think about the team that won championships in Colorado.
So do you think Deion or Jerry is finna allow Deion to come over here and challenge his brand? Let's get real, bro. Let's get real. Like, that's why I can't entertain that, man.
And listen, the person, let's say that he is the number 1 overall pick next year. How bad would you have to be the number 1 overall pick? Because the Panthers had the number 1 overall pick this year, technically, and it belonged to somebody else due to a trade. So they only won 1 game last year. The Dallas Cowboys going to be 1 game bad next year with Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Parsons, all them different dudes out there? No. They're going to win more than one damn game. So they're not even going to be in a position to get a Shadur Sanders. Shadur going to end up with one of these extra sorry ass teams.
So I didn't watch a lot of videos, so I don't want to take it out of context. How did we acquire him? Like, what was
No,
how
honestly,
was
I'm
he
gonna
so
keep it real with
doubtful?
you. He didn't even, and I love the fact that he didn't do that. He didn't even really address the fact of how basically said you would have to give up you have to give up everything to get him. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna
You
have
had
to
to
come
trade
up.
up. Okay,
You have
yeah.
to trade up to get him,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So I mean, that's that because I mean there isn't any, and I love the fact that Law didn't try to like come up with this mathematical equation on getting because it's really simple. You either lose all your games this year or you give up everything that you have because to get into the top 5, because you got to think like this. Dak Prescott is going to be good enough, like Kenny said, to get you 10 wins, 12 wins, right? That alone is going to get you in the playoffs, i.e., putting you pick 22 and out. That means any quarterback that you pick after the 22nd is probably going to be like the 3rd or 4th quarterback off the board. And that probably means that they're probably, and let's just be real, most first round pick quarterbacks aren't even ready to play. They're put into position to play. Now, think about this. What would be the expectations of Shadur Sanders in his first year? Even if you just acquired him and got him, what would be the expectations? The expectations would be for him to be top 5 in offensive completions. You would want him to be top 5 in touchdowns.
Rookie of the
You would
year.
want him to be You would want him to be top 5 in least interceptions thrown. And by doing that, think about this. He would naturally win Rookie of the Year, and he would naturally be an MVP candidate. Guess what? You have that right now.
I was just about to say.
So you're basically going to draft. And think about this. You want Shadur to be what you don't think Dak is good enough in year 8. I'm going to tell you this right now. To think that Shadur can be as good as Dak, I would just listen to me. I would just want to know, can Shadur be as good as the boy in Houston?
I was just about to piggyback on what you said, but you really pretty much answered my question because I was about to say you asked what are we expecting from him, and I would rebuttal and say what are we giving up for him? You know what I'm saying? Like that right there tells us what we expect from him. You see what I'm saying? Like if we go out here and fumble the bag and lose every game, which will never happen, outside of a dramatic, terrible, catastrophic type of injury from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what would we have to give up to acquire him? And then once I hear that price, that will let me know what we expecting from this young man. And I don't think he can deliver. You know what I'm saying? I just don't.
Not with this team.
Not year 1. No, absolutely not.
And then think about this, landlord. People be like, well, Shadur, he's a great quarterback, but he just don't have an offensive line and he don't have weapons. I'm like, well, think about this. If he's drafted in the top 5, he's going to be on a team that probably doesn't have a good offensive line and probably doesn't have good weapons. That's the reason they're a top pick. And I'm thinking to myself, like, Cowboys, like, what are you trying? What is your ultimate goal for this year and next year? Because if your ultimate goal is to be competitive, why are you talking about getting a rookie quarterback? Most quarterbacks, rookie, are not competitive.
A needle in a haystack. Like everybody.
And think about this.
Everybody
Even if
think
they're
he's gonna be an automatic Dak or an automatic CJ Stroud. That don't really happen as much.
and then landlord, think about this. People be like, yeah, but you can still be the kid from Houston. But think about this. There was other quarterbacks drafted last year. Who's to say that you got the
Bryce
one?
Young, your boy. That's your guy.
Chill out.
That's your guy over there, man.
I just don't get y'all, man. Do y'all want to meddle me because he from Bama, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, you take
Yeah.
everything positive and negative when it comes to Alabama. That's your kids.
He
If you
ain't
listen
got
to me,
nothing, bro.
landlord, when your kids are standing up there getting Oscars, you get to cry. When they standing behind the bars talking about, Daddy, I need you to bond me out, you get to cry.
Hey, they just act
That's
like
your
Dak
child.
just on the streets. What we just said, the best
Either
player
way,
go
that's your
to
child.
the best player go to what? The worst team. What is Carolina?
The worst
Terrible.
team.
They're even a bad organization. So, like, let's not just talk about the team. So you just think Bryce supposed to just be the whiteout eraser to just come fix everything? Chill out, man. Relax.
I'm gonna just tell you like this: Shadur Sanders is more of a pocket quarterback, so that means he's gonna probably need a better line than Dak, and he's probably gonna need weapons. Because people think since Shador's black that he runs. That's not his game. Shador Sanders was coached and mentored by Tom Brady. By Tom Brady. Dion didn't let Michael Vick mentor his son. He didn't let Joe Montana mentor his son. Troy Aikman. I mean, he said no.
Steve
Michael
Young is
Vick,
the one you're thinking
Steve
about.
Young. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He had Tom Brady in his life. Now, I love the aspiration, but what I'm saying is this. If you're telling me Dak is going to have a worse offensive line and worse weapons, how do you feel that that's going to be an era for success?
Okay, can we please talk about something else? Because this ain't even real, bro. I'm sorry.
Yes, let's go. Next subject.
Next
subject. Dak Prescott. Let's talk about Dak Prescott. All right, so some people are saying this could be the last year in Dallas for one ranked Dakota Prescott. I'm going to lead out with this because I want people to understand what that actually looks like financially for people. Because people keep telling me, oh, man, the Dallas Cowboys got this much cap space in 2025. It doesn't even matter about the $40 million. Shit. All right, let me tell y'all something. First and foremost, if Dak Prescott ups and walks, if no contract is done, he as a free agent, contract expires, voids out, the Dallas Cowboys will be on the hook for $40 million in 2025. It was 36, but they restructured and moved a little bit of that cap hit towards next year. So why would we have to pay Dak Prescott $40 million next year? Because of the voided years. When a contract voids out, this ain't the one. When a contract voids out, right, every voided year will have to be paid that season. It doesn't matter if you have 7 voided years on the back of the contract. It doesn't matter if you have 2. Every cap hit associated with a voided year will have to be paid that year. So
you want to know why?
What?
You want to know why? Because they want to make
voided.
sure. They want to make sure, yes, voided, but they also want to make sure. I promise you, the players' union was the one that makes sure that was in there because they want to make sure 2 years from now you don't make a bunch of dumb decisions and you're like, I can't pay you.
Mm-hmm. So you get the money up front. So you'll be in the hole for $40 million on Dak Prescott in 2025. But folks will look at the numbers right now. Well, Henny, there's $80 million. There's $80 million available in 2025 with the dead cap hit. But you're also forgetting half your team is not under contract in 2025. It does not account that CeeDee Lamb is not under contract in 2025. So you either got to tag him or give him an extension. Zach Martin is not under contract in 2025, so it doesn't factor in his money. Also, Odigizua is a free agent. It does not factor in his money. If you were to give Micah Parsons an extension, it does not factor in that money. If you like, there's a bunch of factors. Then
hey,
also does not. Also, go ahead.
Go ahead. I gotta take a call real quick.
All right. It also does not factor in the fact that you have not paid your draft class from this year, nor will it factor in the draft class for next year. So folks talking about there's a bunch of money. No, your team is a shell in 2025. You got $80 million because ain't nobody paid.
Facts.
So no, it still is going to hurt you. It's still going to hurt you having $40 million of dead money for a dude that's not even on your team. And then guess what? You need a damn quarterback. So you got to pay the damn quarterback that you bring in.
Facts.
So this is all I'm saying. Like, it's not just going to be this clean break from Dak Prescott.
It's not. And we should know better by now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even entertaining a lot of that stuff, man. Like, I really feel like it could be, but I strongly feel like it shouldn't be. So I'm going to just act like it's make-believe until they really do it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got to play it. Because, look, if we want to start over, it's really discouraging. Like, listen, this is why I drastically don't want it to happen. This year would be for nothing. Like, it wouldn't matter at all. It wouldn't. Like, if you're not going to get a man a fighting chance, you're not going to get a coach a fighting chance. If you're not going to get them a formidable team to actually suit up and try to win, what are we really doing here? You see what I'm saying? Are you going to just sabotage them every turn, every corner?
You got your head coach is on a 1-year deal.
That's not worth watching.
Your head coach is on a 1-year deal. Theoretically, your defensive coordinator is on a 1-year deal. Your starting quarterback's on a 1-year deal, and your starting wide receivers all on a 1-year deal. That's your offense.
And all of them people supposed to trust the front office and try to play for them next year.
Oh, Richard, that's what you forgot. Trey Lance needs a contract in 2025 as well. So you either had to pick up Trey Lance 5th-year option or give him a contract. So no, 2025 you have to either pay Trey Lance or pick up his 5th-year deal. So Trey Lance is not under contract in 2025.
Hey Chris, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, my boy. You literally read my answer. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like the Cowboys are gonna get a deal with Dak because I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this, my boy. Chris, I'm gonna tell you, my boy. I feel like this whole we just gonna go through the season. Ain't nobody heard Dak's thoughts on it, right? Ain't nobody like what if they just said that? Like, you know how like when you break up with a girl and then she go tell the whole world, oh, there's only 3 things a girl, it's only a few things. You either gay, you didn't land on, or you gave her everything you did. You know what I'm saying? It's always one of them 3 things. You feel me? So she out here telling the world about you. Ain't nobody heard your side of the story. You want to know why? Because you up here keeping it player. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep my mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I ain't talking about her, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let them talk. So guess what? Everybody believes what's being heard. Because guess what? We as men also know that sometimes defending a lie only validates it. You know what I'm saying? So if Dak come out and be like, no, I didn't say that, then they be like, okay, well, what did you say?
Why you think what Jay said? A wise man told me don't argue with fools.
Yeah.
People from a distance can't tell
who is who.
You don't want to be caught up in that foolishness, sir.
So sometimes the best scenario, like think about this, all the crap that they said about Zeke.
Quit playing.
What did Zeke ever say back? Zeke never said nothing back.
Action, you better be playing.
And guess what happened? Zeke ended up getting paid. Listen to me. I still think there's a good chance.
Hold on. Let me try to verify some shit real quick.
Action better quit playing, bro.
Listen to me. You're gonna get sat down for a couple minutes.
I'm too emotional right now to be playing.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Hold on.
My boy said 95% of West Coast football references are about relationships. You want to know why? You know why? Stephon Diggs.
You can't say Diggs in a no. That's not acceptable. You a troll. You're trolling. How you gonna say Diggs in the Cowboy chat and don't specify?
Hey, listen to me. Listen to me.
That's
on behalf of Action Pal. On behalf of Action Pal. On behalf of Action Pal and West Coast Cowboy and our content, we would like to apologize for that. All right, Action. Hey, Action. Look at me in my face. I owe you one more favor, and then we even. Okay, I go you one. You just use one. That was crazy. I almost got off the live right now, bro.
Far too nefarious. I was finna be in shock.
And I'm gonna tell you, Action Pal, you one of them dudes that when you put stuff in the comment box, whether I agree with you or disagree with you, I put validity in what you say. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just be like, now I didn't look out for you. Now I'm low-key mad.
Don't do that no more, bro.
Look at Henny.
I was finna be in my feelings, boy.
Henny looking like too many kids that came in the liquor store with backpacks. Look at him. Look at him eyes.
Man, hurry up.
I was finna be in shambles on here, boy.
Hey, look at Henny. Henny counting them backpacks.
Look.
That's yo, man, I was so on X.
I'm like, I went straight to Twitter, like, wait a minute, hold on.
Hey, I'm over here doing my paid in full. You remember on paid in full with A hit that blunt, like. You know what's crazy, bro? Nothing really. I'm like Dak now. Nothing surprises me, bro.
Not a damn thing.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think some of these Cowboy players, I think they do be a little too loyal to the star, bro. Because think about this: the guys who have been like, man, F the Cowboys, pay me, got paid, bro. And that's why I'm telling you right now, Dak, if you do this good old boy crap, and listen to me. That's why last week I was on a show. I forget whose show I was on. I was on The Final Word. And I said this, bruh, Dak, you need to tell me, do you want to be a Cowboy or not? Because if you want to be a Dallas Cowboy, I want to know, why are you not holding out? Because holding out, you know what that guarantees? That guarantees that you get paid and you're a Dallas Cowboy. Why? Because, bruh, we're going to go in training camp And guess what? You're going to see the same thing that they saw when Cooper, that year that Dak Prescott couldn't be in training camp and they had Cooper Rush out there and CeeDee Lamb was looking bad. And they was all talking about, yeah, man, you know, Dak this, Dak that, Dak that. So I'm going to tell you, listen to me. CeeDee Lamb is in a major contract year if he does not get paid. Do you think he wants Trey Lance throwing him the ball?
No.
There's no way in hell he wants to put a listen. And if I'm CeeDee Lamb, if I'm CeeDee Lamb right now, he's the person that nobody's talking about. And if I'm CeeDee Lamb, I'm calling up Dak and I'm telling him straight up, bro, what the hell is you doing, bro? Is you gonna be? I need to know.
Before I sign anything.
Shit.
Yes, because if I'm CeeDee Lamb, listen, CeeDee Lamb already has to know that they're gonna try to franchise tag him. And if you don't know that, you a fool, CD. I love you, but you a fool.
Yeah, only reason that Dak wouldn't hold out,
I know. Go ahead.
at least not take a holdout into the regular season. Once he misses a certain threshold of games, he'll have to play. He'll have to replay.
I mean, I'm talking. You know what holdout I'm talking about though. I'm talking about the Jalen Ramsey holdout. The my neck, my back, my neck, and my back.
And my back.
Because see, what people don't understand is the only thing that you cannot equate for is for a player saying that they don't feel that they can go. Because it's a difference when a player says that they think they can play and the organization says, no, I don't think you can play.
Hey, shout out to Chris Bosch for the $4.99 super sticker. Salute to you for showing love. And Chris Bosch, they got you a raffle entry. If y'all want to be like Chris Bosch and get an opportunity to win a Dallas Cowboy jersey, hit the Cash App, the Super Chat, the Venmo, the motherfucker be PayPal. We got everything up and running. So you want to get in where you fit in, hit one of those. $5 a pop for the raffle entry. Salute to you.
A conversation that everybody's been talking about is, there's been interest between Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott. What are y'all thoughts on either one of those guys? What are y'all thoughts about the Dallas Cowboy running back situation currently?
Two niggas that ain't got a job want a job. That's my thought process about it. Because when you read the report, it says they are interested in coming to Dallas. It don't say that Dallas is interested in bringing them in. So, of course, if you're a healthy running back, a team needs a running back, of course you'd be interested to come to Dallas where you can try to compete for a playoff spot. Like, hell, we just seen Dalvin Cook play for the Jets on a team that wasn't going anywhere. We seen Ezekiel Elliott playing on the Patriots, a team that wasn't going anywhere. So, of course, running backs that still feel like they have a little bit left in the tank, will want to come to Dallas at this point. Because, listen, everybody else and their mama that signed running backs. Dallas Cowboys the biggest name. I still don't understand how it would work out with Zeke if he signed a contract back with the Dallas Cowboys. With the dead money situation, like you owe this man money already. So does that factor into what you give him? Is Zeke? Right? Is Zeke going to be cheating himself? If we give him a $2 million contract, would the Dallas Cowboys only be on the hook for $4? Like, I don't know how that plays out. If you give him a $2 million contract, would you then owe him $8? I don't really know how that works with that. But I'm desperate for a running back at this point. You could have told me that that Peterson was coming out of retirement and wanted to play for the Dallas Cowboys. I would entertain it. I'm desperate. Rico, I'm desperate to say it. Go ahead.
This though. I'm not. I think Dalvin might be over. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't sign Rico, you might have could have paired him with another back. But the danger with Zeke, though, man. Do y'all think Zeke can come back and we draft a running back and that running back be top priority? Because I don't want to play the politic game. I don't.
Then if you're not going to play the politic game, then training camp will define and decide who's going to be the running back number one. Because if you're not going to play the politic game, you're just going to put him on this team, and then you're going to let him give him opportunity to play. And whoever plays best is going to, you know what I'm saying? That's football. Politics would be you draft a kid, and then he already has his position.
Zeke going to take a step back.
No, Zeke is not going to take a step back. You're going to tell both them dudes you're going to throw your ass in a pit with a knife. Whoever comes out alive is the one who got the job. That's what you're going to do. That's what football is. Football at its core is whoever.
That's what it should be.
That's football without politics. But we know
politics exactly. But that's
the real thing.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you're right. Go ahead.
My bad. No, I got to work on that. My bad.
I just was saying, yeah, it was actually interjection time. But I was just saying that you know, politics is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a real thing. So I mean, in the purest form, if we just say, hey, who's the best running back? You know, you show me what you got, you show me what you got, and then whoever's the best, that's who get the job. We know that's not real life though. That's not how it works. And I know Zeke got so much cachet in his locker room and in his organization, he might not even be the best back and still be demanding snaps and runs. That's what I'm afraid of. Just being honest.
Well, think about this. If Zeke, I don't think that Zeke has that problem because Zeke was already sharing the load with Tony Pollard when he felt that he was the best back, getting about to make $12 million a year. He didn't have a problem doing it then. So why would he have a problem doing it now? You understand? And I would feel Zeke also was that Zeke already did that in New England. Like Zeke wasn't the starting running back in New England. They had another running back. I forget what his name, but they had another dude that was in front of him. So I think Zeke is the
Dallas though.
Yeah, in Dallas, bro, in Dallas, he was sharing in year 3. Zeke was sharing the load with Tony Pollard. So he's already like, Zeke hasn't been a true starting running back since 2007, 18. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you like this, Wes, because I think you're missing what I'm saying. Listen to this. In a situation, critical situation, do you think that Dak is gonna be like, "Hey, Ricky, come in the game," or you think
no? I think.
like,
listen to me.
Come on, Zeke. I know what we. You know what I'm saying? I know you know what we doing. Let's go.
This is what I think. I think that Dak, being the truest, one of the truest and honest competitors who actually told Dez Bryant, "You will get the ball when you're open," is going to give the ball to whomever's open, bruh. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That's one thing I can definitely count on Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott don't have no favorites. He don't have no favorites. And you got to remember, we're talking about running backs. We're not talking about wide receivers. So, Zeke will have his plays that he's more designed to be successful on. And then the young running back will have his plays that he's, you know what I'm saying, that he's being young. I need Ezekiel Elliott in the red zone to hold on to the ball and to be able to punch red zone plays in. That's what I need. Now, I keep on hearing this thing called a progress stopper. I'm going to tell you this right now. Progress stoppers only exist in non-contact sports. In a contact sport, progress does not, you can't stop someone's progress if you're better than them. Their progress is not better than your production. That's not a progress stopper. Listen to me. You know what a real progress stopper is? Your work ethic. Your work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Someone else being great at what they're doing can't stop you from being great. Think about this. I'm going to be a great podcaster regardless of what these two dudes do. And guess what? They can be great too. See what I'm saying? How does, think about this? If I felt that doing content, because a lot of people be like, "Damn, West Coast, you're sharing your content with people with other people. They're being on your show. Why wouldn't they be a progress stopper? They're not a progress stopper. They made me better. Landlord HCM, they make me better. Why? Because there be legitimate days that I don't want to do this, and they be like, "Let's do this." You know what I'm saying? So in professional sports, there is not a such thing as progress stopping. There's called
Hold on. Wait. Can I interject real quick?
Ahead. I know the situation you're gonna say too. Go ahead.
Leighton Vander-Esch.
But see, he was a progress stopper because he wasn't good though.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's what we're talking about. I think you finally on the same page with us. You can be a progress stopper if you're favored and you're not better, and that's when the politics also comes into play. So, and that's all we saying. Like, we want exactly what you said. We want the fair competition. If it comes down that Zeke is the better running back right now, let him get it. If it comes down that the new guy's the better running back, let him get it. But my thing is, we know that they play favorites. They do all kind of weird stuff in Cowboys world because it's Cowboys Nation. This would not be a conversation if this was Kansas City, but we saw them sit down a first round pick running back at the 7th round pick.
Can I press pause right now?
Can I say one more thing real quick before you interject? Another progress stopper that folks don't talk about was Jason Witten at the back end of his career when he would not let any of the other other tight ends get in where they fit in, and they were obviously better at that point in time. That man couldn't run past me, couldn't outrun me at one point out there, man. And he was still out there getting all the catches, getting all the targets.
So this is what I'm about to say real quick. Like, so this is what scares me, because you just said it. We all want pure competition. Let the best man win. But what if it's not a clear winner?
There will be. There's always a clear winner.
No,
There's always a clear winner.
It could be
no,
close.
There's not. Let me tell you. I just told you.
If it's close, bro, they gonna side with Zeke.
Listen to me. There's always going to be a winner in professional sports. You want to know why? Because Zeke is in a 70 play game. Zeke is not going to play 70 games. There is a scheme for a reason. Zeke is not going to have the same stretch plays that this rookie who's 24 has. You're not going to be funny for telling Zeke, all right, I want you to stretch it all the way to the goddamn tight end and then wait for this wide receiver and then bounce it back to that. They're not going to be doing that with Zeke. What they're going to be doing with Zeke is we're on the 9-yard line. I'm about to hand it to your ass twice. You're on that first, and people be like, oh, Zeke only gets you 3-4 yards a game. Well, guess what? If you're inside the 10, that means Zeke gonna get me 5 and then give me 4 the next play. And one thing I love about Zeke is he is a heavy running back. That means he always falls forward. You show me some plays in Zeke's career where somebody met Zeke. Even his rookie year in that preseason game where someone has met Zeke and you have stopped him and he went this way and they was on top. That don't happen to Zeke. The only time that happens to Zeke is in pass blocking. The only time you see Zeke get blew up is in pass blocking. And I'm going to tell you this right here. Listen to me. If you want the rookie, that's fine. Get the rookie. Keep the rookie. But guess what? Dak Prescott is not out there on naked shotguns in 5 wide receiver sets. So what does that mean? That means 90% of the time when Dak drops back, there's a running back beside him. I'm going to ask you this question. This year, we're set up to pass the ball. We're putting everything on Dak. We're putting everything on CD, and we don't have a starting running back. Even if we do get one, to you guys' standard, you say he's going to be washed or a rookie. So what does that mean? You're going to lead with the pass. I'm going to ask you this right now. Yep. You got a blitzing linebacker coming down that middle. Who do you want picking him up? Ezekiel Elliott or some rookie from Texas? I'm sorry, bro. If that's going to be happening quite oftenly, give me the rookie. Give me Zeke to do all the dirty work and let the rookies get the shine. I don't see.
And listen, nobody is saying that's not a good idea. The issue is you're not. We'll talk about the other side of it, where they're going to try and sell the person that may not be better. We're just saying if the competition comes down to it, we just want everybody to get in where they fit in.
But see, listen to me. I don't think the Cowboys.
Real quick, and I also need to get Neil's $4.99 real quick, and then I'll let you cook. So shout out to Numbhead Neil with the $4.99 for the mind. They also got you a raffle entry, my brother. He said, "Yep, the Cowboys do shit like keep Josh Ball and Chuma Edoga and let Aviante Collins and Isaiah Lynn walk." I'm just saying they do horrible things sometimes. Or
school making
I don't think anybody is disagreeing with what you're saying. I just think they have shown us they're not trustworthy.
Not all these running backs can block. That's not true.
I'm just saying that they have shown us that they do shit that's not trustworthy sometimes. That's all. It's all thing we're saying.
Yeah. So listen, and I'm gonna tell you this right here.
What school make on us, bro?
Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you this right here. Any back that we get right now is going to be splitting carries regardless. So that's what you got to understand. There's 2 things to a running back. You need your long running back who's gonna take your long runs. Then you need your short bruiser back. I want Dak. I want Zeke for the dirty work. And then you know what? You put your other running back in there and let him do. And guess what? That's how the Cowboys are set up now. We wanted Tony Pollard for our glory stuff, and we wanted Rico Dowd for our bomb. All I'm saying is get a better bomb guy. You can still get that. Think about this. Still go get the rookie. And think about this. Rico Dowd is signed for Rico Dowd also plays special teams. So he's on the team, but even if he doesn't play a lot of running back, I don't care because he's still going to be in the backfield catching balls on special teams. You know what I'm saying? So there was more than just running back reasons why they signed Rico Dowd. He's also a key member on every special teams. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hey, that brought up something. Can we touch on the new kickoff rule real quick? That is important.
It looks so goofy.
It looks ugly. I'm gonna try and pull this shit up real quick, man. But Devontae Turpin is extra hyped about this. He hyped. That nigga hyped as hell about this rule change, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Let me see if I can find what the thing looked like. I think I shared
think
it.
it's.
I mean, my question to the NFL is, what is the objective of it? Is it to make it safer,
Make
or
it
is
safer.
it make it safer?
No, they actually want more kickoffs.
Because it's safer.
Want more kick
So then
returns.
move the damn kick return back, duh. All you got to do is move it back to where it originally was 3 years ago.
Hold on, let me pull it up. This is what the new kickoff return is going to look like. They decrease
the distance between the defender, and the returner, so it won't be as high impacts. That's what they're trying to.
And you also can't run until they field the ball. Like the people that kick the ball off, the other folks can't move outside of the kicker until the ball
until he
catches
it.
Yeah. So hold on, let me share the screen, and then I can pull up this real quick. Hold on, boom.
Now that I think about it, I really don't like it. Actually, I really don't like it.
Here's the here how it looks. Just a little 11-second clip. So he kicked the ball off. Everybody is still. The ball is fielded, and now you're running.
Yeah, you see how they decrease the distance between the defenders and the returner, so it can be a lesser impact. They don't want them building up that much speed and just running into each other like, gladiator school or something.
I mean, I feel like you should at least be able to have like 3 guys that can drop back at a safety position, because basically whichever way you kick the ball, those guys have to be the most alert.
I really don't like it though, bro, because think about this. I mean, I understand it's supposed to give us more returns, and it's something like that. But at the same time, now we got to learn how to defend in this way. They got to learn how to, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of stuff, fluke games getting won off of some crazy stuff like this, man, or loss.
Hey,
like, I don't know if I like it.
John Foster
it's basically like protecting a screenplay.
Pretty much.
That.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it's pretty much the same principle because the blocks are already set up.
It's basically like pretend. But that's why I said that like half the field. If I was why can't you just stack them all on one side? Then you know what I'm saying? Because whichever side you kick it to, that's you. The returner don't have a time to threaten either side.
So will an onside kick be the same normal onside kick, or is that different too?
I don't know. I gotta look that shit up.
They probably did some goofy stuff and like left it the same because they don't want them. They don't want them that close because the onside gotta go 10 yards. Like it's just stupid, bro. Like some stuff just need to be left alone, man. It just do.
Listen, they always holler about players protection, but they're trying to get them to play an 18th game in the season.
Listen to me. You know what I put? I put offensive linemen out there, nigga.
At this point,
it just blow folks up, bro. It just blow folks up. Because, bro, once you get because if you can blow 2 people up in the same hole, that's a seam like a mug. And then literally the touchdown should be at the 50. Because once you get to the 50, bro, like ain't nobody catching you. There's no safety.
Tyrone Church said, "Landlord, you're wrong." Or do I got an opinion? Let me know. Am I wrong, or is that my opinion?
Hell no, you wrong.
Yeah, you from Alabama, so
it's cool though. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's just how it works, man. I don't make the rules.
It's all good, man. What that boy said, there's always gonna be haters. That's the way it is. Haters have married hater, just have hater kids.
Hater kids.
They're gonna be everywhere. So it is what it is.
The hip. All right, we talk about rule changes. How do y'all feel about the hip drop tackle? I'll just throw my opinion out there. I understand why they banned it. I also don't like that we put another thing in the hands of the damn officials that don't get shit right.
I mean, I see it like this. It's still going to happen. You're just going to get a penalty for it. Like, people aren't out there doing that shit on purpose, bro. Like exactly. That's what people got to understand. That, like, yeah, we hate the Eagles, but, bro, they don't hate each other like that, bro. These dudes all went to college together. They all played high school football together. Like they don't have. That's why people get all mad when Micah Parsons be hanging out with dudes from Philly. You want to know why? Because he's from Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it would make sense that he knows players and they would hang out with him and go to Phillies games. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes are not out there purposely trying to hurt people. The only person, you know what I'm saying? I think Draymond Green. Listen to me. I think Draymond Green I think it's a respect. I think it's a respect factor. And I also think with him, I think it's an acceptable behavior where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Because Golden State, I feel like if Golden State start benching him and start taxing his money for the things he do, he probably stop doing it. But the only person that's taxing him is in the NBA. And that money just turns into charity money. You know what I'm saying? So I think part of Draymond Green's moniker is they allow him to do that. I don't think it's just something he's out there purposely doing it because he don't do it to LeBron, and LeBron is homie. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen him do stuff that he's always people that he, you know what I'm saying? So back to the NFL, I don't think people are out there purposely hurting people. So it's just going to be something that you're going to see happen, and it's going to happen, and they're going to get penalties for it.
I mean,
But my question,
like I said, it's delicate anytime you challenge you change anything to a game that we all love like that. But I look at it like this, man. If it's just egregiously being way more injuries from that particular tackle, I mean, you gotta kind of consider it, right?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm not opposed to banning it. I'm opposed to the interpretation that's going to come out of it. They're gonna be a whole bunch of normal ass tackles from behind. They're gonna get called for 15-yard.
Well, that's execution, which they don't.
And then my question.
I'm just talking about how they.
And then my question is this: what if you got a running back break loose, you tackle him from behind while you're doing this tackle that they just outlawed? He fumbles the ball.
It'd be the same as if he fumbled the ball on a face mask. You're gonna act like they're gonna act like the turnover never happened.
And so, that's corny, bro. That's corny.
If you horse collar somebody and they fumble, they just gonna assess the penalty.
But see, a horse collar makes sense because you're dragging somebody from behind. But like, I'm not under the impression that you're purposely trying to hurt somebody.
They said hip drop. Oscar with the 199 on somebody in said the hip drop tackle had a 25 times more injury increase than other tackles.
Ignore that.
Listen. I'm not saying they shouldn't try and get the play out. I'm saying the way that they're finna butcher this, they can't even get past interference.
Thank you.
I'm not talking about the banning the tackle. I'm just talking about how they finna F this up. Watch, and then our love being Cowboys fans,
we get screwed.
It's gonna be some shit. It's gonna be some shit against us.
And then you gonna have a situation. You gonna have a situation where a guy does this to a quarterback. He gets the ball off, makes a big play, so he gets the big play plus the penalty.
Man. Yeah, but like he said, the execution gonna be a hurdle that we'll have to jump at the same time. But like I said, man, if that's true, a 25% increase when they get tackled like that, that's something that can't be ignored after a while. If you got a long-term list of data that says that, I gotta address that. You know what I'm saying? You got to. And then, like we said, a lot of people saying, how would they tackle? Bro, the shoestring tackle been one of the most effective tackles since day one. Like, hey, you grab their feet, they gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna fall. I don't care how big it is. Like, you're gonna fall. If they trip you up, you will fall, sir. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. But hey, maybe we have to. That's something else we got to train differently for. You know what I'm saying? You got to train differently with that. You got to be able to know how to bring the ball carrier down in a different way now. So all the rule changes, they all change everything. Like it's still something. Look, it might be a potential hip drop tackle that let somebody run the ball 100 yards and win the game. Like, we're gonna be like, dang, he was thinking about the hip drop, and you know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, just do it and take the penalty. So I mean, that's gonna be another challenge for a lot of defenders.
Running quarterbacks are gonna do a good job.
It's hard as hell to be a defender anyway. So they got something else to do.
Yep.
But they always said they wanted more points anyway. They flat out said it. They were concerned because scoring was down last year. They want more points. They want box office. So, all the rule changes will always be slanted for the offense. Unfortunately, it's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. I'm trying to see if I can find a list of all the new rule changes. I seen somebody. I know that you now get an extra challenge if you get one of your 2 challenges
They should have
correct.
been doing that, like the NBA,
So,
right?
You know, it used to be you had to get both your challenges right to get an extra challenge. Now, if you get 1 out of 2 challenges right, you get an extra challenge.
That's how the NBA is, I believe.
I'm not
the NBA,
sure.
well, you get to keep your challenge if you're right.
Well, the ability, I mean, the fact that they're giving you ability to challenge more, just lets you know that they understand that the game is flawed. But if we don't want to get to the point where we're trying to correct the game, where we actually make the game actually worse, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a penalty on every freaking play. Unfortunately, fellas, that's just what the life we live. That's the NFL. Like, somebody's hand is gonna end up on someone's face mask on every single play. That's why you coach against it. That's why you coach offensive linemen not to let them get their hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they don't always see things. You know what I'm saying? And to keep it real, you don't want them seeing everything, man. You don't want them seeing everything.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you on that one, man.
If you grab Derrick Henry's feet, sir, he will fall. I promise you, he will. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to do it. You gotta rake his feet. He's gonna fall. Or hey, hold on for dear life. You gonna take it to the extreme. It's gonna be hard to tackle him anyway. Regardless of what rule you got out there.
Hey, let's hey, for this last little maybe 10, 20 minutes, man, let's do some rapid fire questions, man, because we got some super chats coming in. Hey, if you got a question, throw it in the comment box. If you got a question with a super chat, I promise you we're gonna read it. We will not leave until we read every super chat or every cash app that has been sent. So Oscar Westbrook, Henny, you want to read that?
Sure. My boy said with the 499, salute to you. Said everybody says in the offensive league until the playoffs start. All of a sudden, it's a defense and running the ball. Listen, man.
That's because you're playing good teams. Because you're playing good teams.
It's different. It's different in the postseason, man.
You want to know why? Because you're playing good teams.
You're not lying, but yeah, you're not lying, but you know, like it's different, man. You know, then you most of the time you're not in ideal weather. Like if you go to San Francisco, it's gonna be rainy and cold and windy. If you playing in Green Bay, it's gonna be a fucking blizzard. Like it's get crazy. Like of course the defense better. You playing in Antarctica.
When you in a hostile situation, sir, you go back to what works and what you know, because that's what happens in the playoffs. Everybody goes right back to running the ball and playing defense. I promise you. Like I look at the playoffs, like you know. I don't know, bro. I'm a pretty decent Madden player. You know what I'm saying? I can whoop some tail if I wanted to. But, you know, when you want to bet some money now, that's a whole different style of play. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it as far as the playoffs, right? Look, playing in a regular season, like, we just having fun. Like, we just doing what we do. But when it's playoff time, it's like, hey, I'm not going for it on no fourth down. I'm kicking the field goal. You got to play like the computer. You know what I'm saying? You go from playing like you to the computer. Like that's the only way. That's how it is. Like that's the differences between the style of play compared from the regular season and the postseason. Like it's like all the money is on the line. Everybody gets tighter. Everybody gets more cautious. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm. You ain't bullshitting at all about that. So let me ask you about this discourse with Tyler Smith. Because Jerry Jones said it would be a good idea to move that man to left tackle. Mike McCarthy said F all day. He gonna be the left guard. How y'all feeling going forward with Tyler Smith? What is the best plan of action? Would you leave your all-pro guard at the position that he's played the best, or would you move him back to tackle because he does have upside and he was on the all-rookie team when he played there? What are your thoughts about that?
I'm playing him.
Certain stuff just gonna take care of itself. I really do. I think, and this my answer finna be quick. I think certain things just take care of themselves, meaning the football guys gonna have either a tackle or a guard sitting there for us because it's meant to be, and we're gonna draft one of them. And whichever way that falls, that's what Tyler Smith will play. That's how I feel like it's gonna work. Like no lie, I feel like if they got their ideal tackle there, then Tyler Smith will stay at guard. If they got their ideal guard there, then Tyler Smith will play tackle. I think it's gonna be that simple. So I believe they trying to stay, you know what I'm saying, with their head on the swivel to see what happens. So that's how I think it's gonna work out. Like it's one of them things we probably shouldn't worry about really. it's gonna work itself out. I feel like.
I think that guard who just got that 4-year deal worth $86 million, making him the highest paid guard ever. Um, Tyler Smith was in his second year. He's a first round pick. I know Cowboys are going to want to get him at least to at least of one franchise tag, but I'm curious to know what they would want to pay him. You got to pay him at a guard, or you got to pay him at a left tackle. I think, obviously he probably still got maybe 2 years for those for that to think of and thought of. But at the same time, man, what makes football sense is to play him at guard, because you'll have Zach Martin and then Tyler Smith surrounded by a question mark at whoever you want at center. At least they'll be better off. Now, it's also kind of crazy too, because you're going to be throwing the ball heavily this year too. So, it'd be nice to have, maximum protection at that left tackle. But I'm going to tell you this, man. Once you make all pro status in the NFL, that means you're the best at that position, bro. You should theoretically stay where the hell you are, bro.
I agree to an extent. Yeah, I agree. Desperation. Hey, I know they do stuff out of desperation all the time, but if you're asking what his best position is, it's being guard, especially with his nasty streak. Like, that man had double-digit penalties playing tackle. And he was just out there manhandling dudes. Like, it just looked too aggressive, in the words of landlord from Alabama.
Yeah, it just looked too aggressive. Like, he just be whooping people. You can't be in the open just doing people dirty, bro. Yeah, you got to be smoother with it. You know what I'm saying? And he's just an aggressive dude. He beat the crap out of people, in a football sense. He really do. Like, please watch the film.
And think about this. I think anytime you make a guard play tackle, you're probably going to get a lot of penalties, because when you're a guard, you have this guy that's shading you and you have this guy that's shading you. Bro, when you're a left tackle or a right tackle, bro, anything that you do outside, everybody, the crowd, the camera, everybody can see it. That's why when Tyler Smith was getting them penalties, we was like, yeah, that was holding. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that was holding. Because you could see it.
Yeah, and
why did his penalties go down at guard? Because he was still, listen to me, he was still probably holding people at guard. It's just hard to see.
I'm about to say, as a guard, you gotta think it's two human beings blocking both of your arms. You know what I'm saying? So the refs gotta be that. The ref that called holding on that play, it be the one behind the line of scrimmage.
Or it has to be egregious.
It be him most of the time, though. The one that's standing behind the line of scrimmage, because he's the only one that can see it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, shout out to Triggs. I know I had the stuff up here for a minute, but I think he hit landlord with a two-piece. He said Cowboys, all 32 teams, Cowboys franchise mode, win. I'm not really sure what you're trying to say, but also shout out to my boy, Mr. Richburg. It's gonna be his birthday midnight, so y'all make sure y'all show some love, support to my guy, one of the big supporters out there, man. So y'all make sure y'all show my brother some love, man.
Happy birthday to you, Mr. Richburg.
Yeah. Happy early birthday.
Thanks
my
for all
brother.
your support too, man.
Oh, there is something I want to talk to y'all about before we got out of here too, though. Let me see if I got it up here. Yeah. All right. Because I seen y'all talk about it in the chat box, so we might well talk about it on here real quick, man. Because everybody and their mama is gonna be coming back from injury in 2024.
Yikes.
Unfortunately, Maji Smith, who already had a down season to the standards people wanted, is gonna be coming off of shoulder surgery. Luke Schoonmaker, who should have never been drafted, is coming off of a shoulder injury. He already 50. The Marvin Overshawn, we know, is coming back from an ACL. So listen, your first round pick, your second round pick, and your third round pick from last year's draft will be coming off an injury in 2024.
Let's speak on it, man.
Let's speak on how do y'all feel about that, knowing that. And listen, you don't really have a one take on this team no more. You're going to be relying on Maji Smith way more this season because Hank ain't here. They're going to try and play Schoonmaker as tight end number 2 because they gotta see that investment through. You're going to be asking the Marvin Overshawn to be a starting linebacker on your team, whether it be the Sam, Will,
coming off of ACL, fresh off,
coming off of ACL. So do all these injuries from people that will probably be contributing to your team, do that concern you?
Yes, it do. Yes, it do. And it's sad that our first 3 picks of 2023 are all coming off of injury. And that's crazy. Like, Mozzie didn't even miss no time for injury. Right? He didn't really miss no time for injury. Schoonmaker didn't miss no time for injury. Overshawn got injured in preseason.
Schoonmaker missed time with plantar
fasciitis
when he first came in.
Okay, but let's say this. Well, Schoon was hurt when he first got here as well.
Facts, he was. He had the plantar when he came here.
Yeah, he was hiding it in the picture. Remember, he had
that nigga he had weeds growing out of his feet.
You remember, look, but they had a picture and he was standing. He had his foot behind somebody else, so you wouldn't see the boot. Y'all don't remember that? So, like, I'm asking myself, was these dudes hurt anyway? Was they hurt already? Like, that's crazy. So I really just don't like that. And yeah, to be quite honest, man, like, Schoonmaker seemed like a good dude, man. I met the dude at training camp. He was kind enough to come over and give us autographs. No other player did it that day. Schoonmaker came over there and gave us an autograph on the hat. But I ain't even want to sell that to y'all because I was so disappointed. Okay? I ain't want to raffle it off. Look how solid landlord is. I could have came up here like, hey, y'all, I got a Schoonmaker hat that we can raffle off. No, I was so disappointed that
but when he do get good, we raffle that mug off.
Hey, if he get good, then, you know, that's different. But I just sat it on my couch and said, okay, you sit over there until further notice. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I was disappointed. So, like, now we got to look at Overshawn coming right behind him. Like, bro, we finna push him into a starter role. Is that not concerning?
It's concerning as hell. Real quick, shout out to Numbhand Neil on one of y'all side with the 499. He said, do we even have a defensive tackle that's 300 pounds anymore? If you believe the reports, Mozzie Smith is currently under 300 pounds, or at least he was when the season ended. Osa Odigizua was under 300 pounds last time that I checked. He's a 3-tech, so I'm not really tripping about that. I think like the boy on the practice squad, maybe.
I'm looking at this though. Okay. This is what really pisses me off when I get to thinking about the sabotage that Mr. Danielle Quinn, he's the op now, so he get all disrespect. Danielle Quinn did to my football team. Because look, I know some of the people thinking it ain't his fault, but listen, we only think about the starters, right? We mad at him about the linebackers. We mad at him about, you know, the safety room and all this goofy stuff. We forgot that it was moves leading up to the things that he did in the season. He let go Quinn Bohanna. Why you let go Quinn Bohanna then? We could use him right now. You let go Quinn Bohanna. You let go Devin Harper. You let go a lot of Jabril Cox, even though, you know, it is what it is. But all these other players that you let go,
Isaiah Land,
you let go a lot of people before we even got to being, you know, unsatisfied by how you played the starters. I'm questioning all of your moves, bro. Like, somebody gotta pull this up for me. The day I figure out when is it legal for other teams to contact coaches in season, then my investigation will start. I gotta figure that out. Because if I see a big time shift in the way our defense played and the schemes and the play calling, that's evidence right there. That's undeniable evidence right there. You was playing around on the job, bro.
Hey, but back to, can I say this about the injuries though? Because we done stopped there. There's even more people coming back from injury in 2024. We're just not talking about it. Trayvon Diggs just had a fresh ass knee surgery, coming back from injury. We are starter. Mozzie Smith off of injury will be a starter this year. DeMarvion Overshawn off of injury will be a starter this year. Schoonmaker, if we're a 12 tight end set, we running 12 personnel, you might say he's a starter. Coming off of injury. John Stevens Jr., like they mentioned, rotational tight end coming off of injury. Who else? I'm pretty sure there's more folks. Well, no, not LVE's gone, so no.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, that's a large part. That's a large part of your
I gotta
team.
make this point because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it. So I gotta get this out before it flees me. And the nation needs to hear this. we all seen what John Stevens Jr. was doing last year in camp. Now true enough, it was camp. But I'm telling you right now, he was looking like the best tight end. Let me say that again. It wasn't Jake Ferguson, y'all. Like, real talk. Go back and listen to everybody that was commenting on the tight end room in camp. Wes, you was there. I know you can vouch for this.
I mean, he was doing it in games too.
John Stevens Jr. was the best tight end on this team in camp. They was looking at him better than Ferg, y'all. So this one thing I want to say, this is a public service announcement. And we just had this discussion, Wes. We finna see what politics look like. We finna see. We finna see if it's politics in Dallas. Because it ain't no way in hell Schoonmaker should be prioritized over John Stevens Jr. And if this man come in here and play like he did last year.
But this is the thing.
Watch out for that, y'all. Watch out for that. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is the thing. The early report is before John Stevens' injury. The person they were going to cut was your boy. Hendershot was due on the cutting block before John Stevens Jr. went down with the injury. At least that was being reported. The most reports said he was going to make the team. That it was Hendershot who was on the bubble. So I have no question if he come back out, he's healthy and he played like he did, he'll be on the team. The issue is going to be, is he going to jump over Schoonmaker, who's the second round
he'll
pick?
be on the team. Like, that's what you get for being an underrated underdog coming out the, a diamond in the rough.
Undrafted, converted wide receiver, turned into a tight end, made it against all odds. That man did not play tight end until we asked him to play tight end.
Congratulations. You on the team.
Well, and Darren said Dallas failed ligaments.
Cowboys. Yes, they did. Now, look. Now, think about this, though. This is a problem with some of our culture, y'all. It's a tough conversation. I know I've been mad for about 2 months now. I can't help it. I don't know what you want me to do. Listen, this is a problem with our culture when you think about this. We up here fighting for a player who look like he's good. Think about this. Man, I just seen an article. The Kansas City Chiefs they just signed a rugby player. They don't care. They trying to go. They leaving no stone unturned. Them boys is finding people from everywhere, and they gonna give them an opportunity too. So Thanks. This man finna play. I think they say he finna be a wide receiver. KC up here signing rugby players, y'all. So do that look like they finna actually have a real competition over there? Pacheco was a 7th round, 6th round pick?
7th round pick.
Like, 7th round picks don't start. They gave him a real opportunity. So this is what I'm saying. This is the beauty of not having politics being involved on your team. Politics keep great players off your team. That's what they do. And good players get mad and leave. That's what happens. You lose out on great talent because they tired of the BS. Think about this. And that's what I want people to realize. Because I ain't going to lie. I was a victim of some politics stuff. And it's terrible. Because look, no matter what you do, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? You've been out here balling, and they still ain't finna give you an opportunity. What can you do? At that point, what are you gonna do? Well, like if that was your son here, what advice would you give him? That's tough, ain't it? Yeah. He doing everything he's supposed to do. He going out there every day. He's showing up. He getting better. He's playing. He's balling out when he get his opportunity. And then as soon as he do it, they like, yeah, kid, go sit down.
Facts.
And he clearly better than the other dude. What can you do? This is why politics is so bad for the league, because it ain't going to do nothing but make that young man get pissed off and say, screw this, I'm going to go try somewhere else. That's all that's going to happen.
I mean, ask Aviante Collins how that shit worked out, because I saw him with my own 2 eyes outperform Josh Ball the entirety of a camp, and they sent that man somewhere else.
Devin Harper looked like the best linebacker we had, and he didn't get no opportunities. Mm-hmm. None. Man, I remember that.
I didn't even share that.
That man was out there. Wow. He was out there hitting folks, bro, and he was out there playing downhill. I'm talking about reading and reacting, foot in the dirt, just going crazy. And then next thing you know, he gets nothing.
He got released. He got waived.
That's crazy, bro. And we got underperforming linebackers, y'all. Do y'all get it? I can see if we had linebackers balling, and then Devontae, what his name is, Devin Harper was a baller too. I'd be like, okay, I get it. He balling, but he ain't balling out them. He ain't overplaying them. But if we underperforming at a position and this dude still can't get no chance,
there's something wrong with that
I don't
equation.
know what you want me to do with that, bro. I don't know what you want me to do with that.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. So we talked about these folks coming back from injuries. We talked about the possibility of 4 being gone. We talked about the rule change. What else is on the itinerary for today, man? I feel like there's something that I'm missing. I don't know. I'm old, so y'all gotta bear with me. No. Oh yeah, they back working. So this is from today, if I'm not mistaken. Brandon Cooks and Dak Prescott are back in the lab working out, throwing sessions and shit.
So don't need to be.
And listen, year 2 in this offense, what is your comfort level for Dak Prescott and Brandon Cooks? A 1 meaning they're going to be awful together, or a 10 meaning they're going to have a CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott kind of connection? How well do you think the connection will be between Brandon Cooks and CeeDee and Dak Prescott year 2 of the offense after putting in more work together, having more time on task?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Scale of 1 to 10.
Y'all know how I feel about Brandon Cooks, but I'm optimistic about this. Year 2, I think this finna be great altogether. Like, we seen what year 1 was. I can see Dak playing even better in year 2 because he's comfortable. First, before we give grades, what would you grade him last year?
I mean, the touchdowns would say he was at least a 6 or so, at least a 7. The touchdowns speak for themselves.
10 would be Jerry Rice.
I'd say a 7, considering it was their first year, and considering Brandon Cooks was grossly under targeted. Like he had games where he had like 2 targets, bro.
I'll give Cuz a 6. We
Yeah,
are in the same ballpark.
James, you know some, don't you, James Sims?
What James done said?
You gotta be one of my folks. Hey, he just named some, if you know, you know. So we'll just leave it at that.
Upsipco versus Cowboys. Yeah. Who you got? Said plays have to develop first. We have suspect offensive line. Until I see the offensive line, I'm not answering this question. Okay. Well, I'm not talking about the offensive line. I'm just talking about the connection between Dak Prescott and Brandon Cooks.
Facts. You cannot.
So what you said he was last year, hand, because you seemed like you was over there in a problem. You had a little tough time over there.
I just said a 6. I said last year was a 6.
I give him a 5. Okay, last year was a 5. So this year I could see him being a 7. I see him being better. I don't hate Brandon Cooks. I don't think he's trash. All I was saying is I really feel like I don't know if it's gonna be enough though. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole take on it. I wanted to add somebody to that room to where I didn't want to question if it would be enough. I would know, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Well, where you go from saying, okay, we got a nice wide receiver core, to you go telling your friends, like, boy, do you see what we got over here? Like,
yeah,
that's a different conversation right there. That's a different conversation.
But landlord, my question to you is then this: do you think a wide receiver then does more with the production? I mean, with the targets that Brandon Cooks got? Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. With the targets that Brandon Cooks got and his utilization, I think you got more than what you probably got. Because man, bro, he had games where he had 2 and 3 targets, bro, as your number 2 receiver. And CeeDee Lamb damn near had 1,800 yards. So that doesn't even sound like a guy. If you have your number 1 getting 1,700 yards, I don't even see how you have another guy even close to 2,000 yards. I mean, to another 1,000 yards, bro. That is a lot of throwing. You still got to throw the ball to your third receiver and to your damn tight end. So I think.
know we're throwing the ball though, Wes. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know we were throwing the ball, but we weren't throwing the ball to him though.
I'm saying
we weren't throwing the ball to him though. We weren't throwing the ball to him though.
Move forward. That's what I just want you to know that. I know we probably should run more. I know you want us to run, but I want you to understand this. We are going to throw the ball. That's what
exactly, and that's why I'm saying I like Brandon Cooks because the touchdowns is what I'm most impressed about. He was your second team. He was second on the team in touchdowns, despite everything you say. He was second on your team in touchdowns.
Okay, let me ask you this question. I swear this is not a bash Brandon Cooks campaign. It's not. I just want to ask this: the people who low on Dak, what they do? They say, his competition was terrible. Like, Dak probably had a good game against the Giants. We don't care about the Giants. Like, the Giants are trash. We don't care about Washington. Washington suck. That's who he balled out against. The best games he had was Washington and the Giants.
Well, man, those are also the games that he got targeted too, though. Those are also games that Cowboys. Listen to me. You cannot tell me a receiver except for Randy Moss that balled out with 3 targets. Bro, come on, bro.
All right, Brandon Cooks had 81 targets on the season in 15 games.
Go look at weeks 1 through 5. Go look at them targets by games 1 through 5. I think week 1 was probably he had one game where he was like a decent over 5 targets. Other than that, was 2.
Could you pull up CeeDee Lamb targets last year? Not last year, but year before that, because he wasn't heavily targeted like this. So just for perspective,
bro, listen to me. You don't have to listen to me.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm reading the comments.
Just for perspective, we gonna look at a normal year for CeeDee Lamb, because it wasn't much over 100, because I complained about it. So a normal year for CeeDee Lamb in targets, and then 81 targets. And Brandon Cooks missed the game.
He missed 2
games.
Missed
1 game.
He missed 2
games. So okay, maybe he would have got maybe what? 4 more targets, 5, 6 more targets.
What? Read them targets out. Weeks 1. Read them targets out, Henny.
Everybody was struggling in the beginning, though.
So like CeeDee Lamb,
targeted.
CeeDee Lamb was shit. There's really not a that huge of a difference between 2022 targets and 2023. The difference in between CeeDee Lamb's target in 2022 and 2023 was Dak Prescott missing games. So he had 156 targets in 2022, and we know that Cooper Rush played 5 games. He had 181 targets in 2023. So
100 more targets.
So what it is what I think I was complaining about last year. Oh, that was the year before that. One of them years, the year that Cooper Kupp went ballistic, he had almost 100 more targets than CD. I promise.
But hold on. Can I say this?
Go ahead.
CeeDee Lamb would never give him the Amari Cooper treatment. There's not a single season where CeeDee Lamb has not had at least 111 targets.
You want to know why?
111, he has 88. 111, 120, 156, 181. Matter of fact, at this pace, he might get 200 targets this year.
CD did not know that little conversation he had with Jerry Jones probably drastically changed his life.
Henny, read Brandon Cooks' targets, please. Week 1.
I don't have it broke down week by week.
It was
88, you can't do it. You can pull it up.
Hold on, nigga. I'm looking at some other shit. I know, but I will look at some other shit. So give me a second.
I can pull it up if y'all. Let me see.
Give me a second.
Because, like, of course, you need targets, but I told you, to me, it go hand in hand. You gotta be open.
Right, but you listen to me. No, that's not true. Because wide receivers listen to me. Wide receivers are not going to be open on every play, and you're still going to get the ball.
Not every play, but so you just said.
I will say, CeeDee Lamb was the one.
So,
Brandon Cooks said, "Listen, Brandon,
hold on. You just said CeeDee Lamb was the guy. He's going to get the targets. If you forcing a pass to somebody, who he going to force it to, Wes? Not Brandon Cooks. He going to force it to CD.
But that's no shade on Brandon Cooks, though. That's not a shade on Brandon Cooks.
This is my point. If both of them covered, because you just said you don't got to be open. If I'm throwing it to somebody not open, I'm throwing it to 88.
That's what you should do. And you should do that.
That's why his targets might have been down. That's my point.
Yeah, but I'm saying we can, and I agree with you on that, but we can't agree and say that, oh, you weren't getting targeted because you weren't getting open. No, that's not true. Because Amari Cooper wasn't getting targeted either, and he was always open. You know what I'm saying?
That was just a bastard treatment right there.
Yeah, you're right, but I'm saying it still proves that it's open. But listen what I'm saying is this.
Let me ask you one question, and I'm done. Are all wide receivers created equally?
No.
So that's my point. That's why I feel like, okay, Brandon Cooks, you don't have to be open every time. You don't. But every wide receiver is not gonna get that treatment, bro. They're just not.
I understand that, but that still doesn't prove your point as far as him not getting the ball because he wasn't open. Like CeeDee Lamb, listen to me. This is that you actually proved my point, because what I'm saying is this: because he wears an 88, I don't really demand much from my second receiver. 600 yards and 8 touchdowns, I'll take that all day, because my 88 is going to should have 1,600 yards and like 12, 13 touchdowns. So it's like, go look at what Terrence Williams at his best season that he ever did when Dez was going off. Your number 2 receiver is not going to, bro. You don't have, listen to me. The only time you have a situation where you have 2 guys going over 1,000 yards is when you have 2 legitimate number 1 receivers. Minnesota did that because Minnesota had Thielen, who was in his prime, and they had Diggs, who was a young wide receiver that was tearing the league up. And they had it, but it's been proven that both those guys were number 1s, right?
Yeah, I almost did it with Gallup and them that year.
Yeah, but listen to me. But listen to me. But they weren't going to get 1,000. They weren't going to get 1,000 yards because they were number 1s. See, Michael Gallup wasn't no 1,000. They were going to get 1,000 yards because Dak was going to throw for 6,000. Dak was going to throw the ball 40 freaking goddamn time. They were going to get 1,000 yards by sheer numbers. That's why they were
making the case that it's not possible. We just
the case that I'm making is this. This is the case that I'm making. 1, the Cowboys had damn near 3 receivers at 1,000 yards, and we didn't win no Super Bowl. Nor did our offense or our defense, our offense look even different. If anything, I think it hurts your team because, bro, that means you're throwing the ball when you're not making completions. That means you're what? That means your defense is on the field longer. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me.
You got to get over that, Wes. We throwing the ball, bro. That's what
I know that. Listen to me. I know that. I know that. Listen to me. I know that. Yeah, I understand. I know that. But what I'm saying,
because you spoke to the philosophy of throwing the ball. I just want you to make sure you get over that.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. West Coast. I don't have to run a damn ball around here, but West Coast, believe that your most talented team is Dak Prescott to CeeDee Lamb. We're going to throw the ball to more this year because it's your best option. But I'm saying this: if throwing the ball is my best option, why would I support getting rid of the guy who was number 2 on my team in touchdowns?
Who said get rid of him?
That's what he said. That's what landlord.
No, we want to add another wide receiver.
I want somebody.
Listen to me. I'm okay with that. Yeah. If Brandon Cooks is my number 3, I'm okay with that.
I want him to be the niggas always
number 3. The niggas niggas be on the same accord the whole time. Don't you know?
Yeah, that's all. Look. I just told you. I thought I said it as best as I could. All I said was with the wide receiver core we got right now, it's a good wide receiver core. We're good. But if you add one of the guys that I want to add, you might be going to brag to people like, listen, bro, do you see what we got? Like, I'm telling you, it's going to turn us up a whole nother notch, bro.
And I want to make
get the ball, bro.
I want to make stupid smart. If he's going to go out here and throw the ball and ask him to throw the ball 40 times, I want him to have good options when he throws the football.
You better have a good offensive line, bro. You better have a good left tackle. What are you talking about?
You got to bring that one back, hand. You got to bring that one back. You want to do what now?
I want to make stupid smart. If we're going to go out here and throw the football, and Wes is right, like he's going to have some protection to drop back and throw the ball like that. But if you're going to be hell bent on throwing the ball all around the yard, you need a bunch of good receiving threats. You're going to need CeeDee Lamb. You need Brandon Cooks. You're probably going to need another wide out if Jalen Tolbert ain't ready to step up. And then you got Jake Ferguson. So,
what we doing is, Wes, I feel like we trying to protect ourselves from ourselves, bro. We know. Listen, I don't think we should just throw the ball all around the park. But that's what we're going to do.
So listen, I know that.
I know we got it understood that you know. But that's what we saying. If we know that's what we're gonna do, we're gonna load it up and make it as easy as possible. Try to make it as successful as possible. Throw us some wide receivers in there, then get us another wide receiver and just go crazy then.
So my thing is this: if that's the case, then stop talking about Brandon Cooks and talk more about the number 2 receiver. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now: even if you bump Brandon Cooks to number 3, you can't explain to me how he's not the 3rd best receiver in the NFL. If you have Brandon Cooks as your number 3 receiver, explain to me how that's not good.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. That's why I said we gonna be bragging. That's why we bragging now.
Nobody not the Brandon Cooks. I'm just
saying.
That's
why we calling people like, boy, do you see what we finna do to y'all? That's why we bragging.
Yeah, but man, but I'm gonna tell y'all. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all this right here though, and don't get mad at me. But all that shit don't mean nothing.
Already mad.
But listen to me. All that don't mean nothing though. You want to know why? Because that's not how you win in the playoffs. So guess what? You're going to build a team that's going to get you 12 wins, and you're going to meet the San Francisco 49ers. It's going to be time to run the ball, and your ass is going to get sit on.
That's probably what's going to happen anyway. But that's all we say. Because you got to think about it. We don't want it to be this way, but that's the way that Mike McCarthy runs his team, and that's the way he feel like he can win. So, like, look, even in Super Bowl year, he had receivers galore, and they cooked. All of them. They went crazy.
He also had Aaron Rodgers.
I'm saying he had multiple receivers, though, and they all was effective, and that offense was a well-oiled machine. That's the way he feel like he can play. You see what I'm saying?
And this is the thing. I know we need a run game for the postseason, but I don't really see our options. There's not a first-round pick, game-changing franchise running back in this draft. There's some guy that can come in and be good. But we had to first and foremost, we had to see about getting them on the team. Secondly, we gotta have to see if he changes his philosophy when it gets time to the postseason. I just know and listen, we talk about the postseason, it's not even guaranteed that we make it that far with the way that shit's standing. So that's why I'm trying to at least get to the postseason first, and then we can pivot and hopefully have a decent run game at that point. But dog, I just feel like it's a proactive thing to do by adding a wide receiver. I don't even have to add one in the first round no more because I got sold on a couple more guys. If you want to go offensive line and protect Dak Prescott first round, get a left tackle and put him beside Tyler Smith, I'm fine with that. But round two, round 3, I need to come out with Jerry Rice's son. I need to come out with Xavier Legette. I need to come out with somebody.
Baker, one of them guys.
I need to come out with one of those wide receivers that I feel. And listen, the Dallas Cowboys, are they proactive with contracts and re-signing veteran players and shit like that? Or are they Brandon Cooks a free agent after this year? So I need to go ahead.
You need to be grooming. You need to be grooming a number 2 anyway.
I need to go ahead and get somebody in here to still learn from Brandon Cooks while he's still here.
Dude, look, then think about this, Wes. I think that'll get you right there. That'll get you closer to our side. Hold on. Before I forget my thought. Wait a minute. No, okay, listen. Think about this. Even if you don't want a wide receiver right now, I know you would like us to groom him. You don't want us to be like, okay, Brandon Cooks is gone. Now we gotta replace him with a rookie.
Bruh, listen to me. Listen to me. Because you had 2 arguments here. Just a couple weeks ago, we was out here and we was debating Brandon Cooks in his utilization. Then we went to the Dallas Cowboys adding another receiver. I agreed on actually drafting a wide receiver when Tyron Smith was still almost possible that we could re-sign him 2 weeks ago. I said, yeah, y'all got me on that. Yeah. But as things change, I change.
Me too.
Listen, I am okay with adding a receiver to this team. I've already said that the best asset for this team right now is going to be Dak Prescott throwing the ball. Why? Because that's the best thing. But I'm also saying this. I don't know how we even connected. My stance has always been I want Brandon Cooks on his team because even if at a 3 at a receiver, he's a better receiver than Tolbert. And if you look on every team in the NFL right now, he's still a better 3. And if you're gonna throw the ball to 3 receivers, CeeDee Lamb, one of these kids y'all want to draft, and Brandon Cooks sounds like pretty damn good to me.
And we're all in agreement.
That's it.
Great.
And listen, nobody talk about getting rid of Brandon Cooks anyway. He's on a contract.
Yeah, no.
He was.
I ain't say get rid of him.
Don't try to do that.
I said treat him like he don't exist. That's a difference. Shit. I just want to drop a wide receiver, bro. That's all.
He was. He know he was too. And that's the only thing I was offended.
I didn't say that.
Y'all so damn crazy.
On air. I ain't saying that.
And he refuses to tell me Brandon Cooks' targets by game. All of a sudden, his internet that looks up everything just don't work.
I already got it pulled up.
So what is it then? So read out Brandon Cooks' targets.
Wait a minute.
Read out Brandon Cooks' targets.
These are only jokes because I'm playing to the hand that y'all think I hate Brandon Cooks. Okay, don't take this seriously.
You do hate that nigga.
I'm just joking. No, I don't.
I remember what you
Read
told me.
out his targets.
4, 7,
Hold
4,
on.
4.
So hold up. So week one. Say
Week
week one.
Week 1, 4. Poor baby. Hold on.
Look at that granddad.
He all right?
Look at that granddad.
You scared him. Okay. This is my youngest grandbaby. Man. But yeah, 4 on the September the 10th. You know, that's when we beat the shit out of the New York Giants. He missed some time. He came back against Arizona on September the 24th. He had 7 targets. 4 targets against New England. 4 targets against the San Francisco 49ers. 4 targets against the Chargers. 4 targets against the Rams. 2 against Philly. 10 against the Giants. 4 against Carolina. 5 against Washington. 4 against Seattle. 5 against Philly. 6 against Buffalo. Let me go roll this up. All right.
You also notice the two games we had his biggest targets, or his 2 biggest games are what? The 2 games we had his most targets. Coincidence.
And there was some terrible competition at the same time. So
I mean,
we'll have to figure out what happened.
8 against Detroit and 8 against Washington.
What do you do that Detroit game? With them 8 targets?
60 yards and a touchdown.
That's decent.
For a number 2? What are you expecting for a number 2?
What he did? We was talking about the 10 target games. One could draw.
He only had 1.
Listen, one can draw 2 conclusions from that. You said he got high production because he got 10 targets. I could say he got high production because he played the Giants. I mean, it depends on what you want, how you want to feel, bro. Like that's the same.
So then you can say that about CeeDee Lamb every week. Then you got to use that same conversation about CeeDee Lamb every week.
They say the same thing about that.
Okay.
They say he's terrible because he balled out against Washington or the Giants.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. You can't control a target, man. Like, you can't control a target. You can't control if Dak doesn't throw the ball at you. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. I can see if we were talking about drops. And let's just be real. Dak, you don't have to be open to throw the ball. There are routes where you literally aren't open till you catch the ball. Like, you're not throwing the ball to an open receiver on a slant route. A slant route, you're running into a collision. You're running into the football. So you won't even think about if he's being open or not. He either going to be open or the ball's going in the dirt. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this whole narrative, people be saying, that's 7-on-7 football. In 7-on-7, you throw the ball to wide open receivers. Bro, in the NFL, there's probably never wide open receivers unless someone fell down or they call a cover 3 coverage and they run in a cover 3 defense that's going to attack one of them sides, or they're in cover 2 and they let a wide receiver slot split the damn safeties. Then it's only time where you're going to have a wide receiver. Think about this. Dez Bryant was great because what? Contested catches. Like, bro, you don't even really get like, if you can get a yard, listen, if you're getting 2 yards of separation in the NFL, you're probably an all-pro. 2 yards. That's this much.
That's a lot for the NFL.
That's 6 foot.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. The average receiver is not getting open in the NFL. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it works in the NFL.
Like I said, that's what we said. We feel like he need bigger receiving targets as well, though, because if you're not getting separation, we still need you to have an advantage. Brandon Cooks is an average size.
He didn't show that in the end zone. In the red zone, he didn't show that. In the red zone, he looked very. And I'm gonna tell you, in the red zone, he was not
contested catches. He did
contested catches. And this thing about this, Brandon Cooks is a dude that has had 6 consecutive 1,000 yards until he did what? Till he played for the Dallas Cowboys.
No, he did not have 1,000 yards.
Well, last year before. Okay, year before last.
Yeah, that actually a couple times he didn't have 1,000 yards, but he got a bunch of 1,000-yard seasons. I know what you're getting at.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Father Time catching up, but I say this. I just want to see him with other receivers and just boost it up. You know what I'm saying? I would love for Dak to have a running game to lean on, but I just don't. I don't know if we're gonna use it. excuse me. I don't know if we're gonna use it. So I mean, why you got all this ammo if you ain't shooting? That's all I'm saying.
Because you can only shoot one gun at a time.
Shit, I just want to
I
with
got 2
2
hands.
I mean, Rambo does this.
I got 2
The barrels
hands.
are always pointed up, and it always looks like he's shooting at the sky to me. You know what I'm saying?
I count 6 shots, nigga.
Yeah,
I
then you
count
gotta.
2
Yeah, but you only
guns,
got
nigga.
one, and you gotta pull each one individual, and you gotta pull each one individually. Says the United States law. Yeah, you mean
Man,
at most you can get 3 rounds.
We got switches out here, man. What you talking about? We got switches out here, man. Not me.
Hold on.
Oh
now.
yeah. Hey, why
Not
you think
me.
I bailed out of that one? Like,
not me, but people
Damn.
have switches out here.
They have switches. We ain't got nothing. We ain't got nothing in this house but Bibles.
we are podcasters. I got nothing but podcast material.
Yeah, I got a phone and a dream. That's all I have over here.
Cowboys t-shirts.
That's it. But man, I gotta get ready to get up out of here to probably try to eat some food before I, croak. But I enjoyed this, man. It's been a minute since we did a show. I think we gave the people what they needed to hear today.
Yeah,
I agree.
Listen, we've been on here an hour and 40 minutes. So I with being on here an hour and 40 minutes, I ain't got to make no excuse. I'm ready to go. You already know what it is. Never look down because stars up.
Peace.